guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Dick Norris Buick GMC in sunny Palm Harbor, Florida, because guess what? We have it. This is big news. This is the all-new 2021 GMC Yukon Denali. But before we dive into this all-new, full-size, three-row SUV, let's talk about what the Yukon is. So GMC, General Motors Truck Company, we associate them, of course, with the Sierra, the half-ton pickup truck, the 2500. This Yukon, though, has really fallen right into a sweet spot of the segment for people still wanting that full-size SUV. They don't want a small crossover. They want that nice interior space, cargo room, and then, of course, a selection of engines. Now, some of the big things for 2021, besides the styling, is that the Yukon is a little bit larger, which means it's going to give you more of that beloved interior space, but you're also going to have, for the first time, underneath the rear fenders back there, an independent rear suspension. So this is going to be the best driving and handling Yukon, plus that third row, your passengers are going to be a lot more comfortable. So let's go ahead, dive into the top trim, the Denali. When you see Denali on any GMC, you know that is the top trim of this very special 2021 Yukon. Right off the bat, I love the direction that they went in with the styling. They kept the familiar face, but they brought it into the 21st century. You can see we're working with full LED headlights. You got this triple beam LED headlight, LED daytime running lamp. Love the C-shaped design, very clean, the way it interlocks. And then one of my favorite things on not only the GMC Yukons, but also the Sierras is how they're doing this lower corner section on the front fascia. So you're gonna have a functional side air curtain. This one has, of course, on a Denali trim, LED fog lamps. And then what I like about 2021 is that they got rid of the bright chrome. They went with a brushed aluminum finish, not as shiny, and I'm liking that. Now, as we come across the center section, look at that massive grille, just like from the 2020, but even better. Now, when you look at a GMC compared to, say, its sister brand, Chevrolet, you can see that the grille has a very unique shape. All that brushed aluminum. Last year, this was all shiny chrome, so you don't have to worry about wearing sunglasses when you're standing in front of your GMC. It's not gonna blind you as badly. That beautiful red logo pops nice. You have, of course, a forward-facing camera, and then as we drop down, you have some flat black vertical slots, and then just a little bit of silver along the bottom. Really breaks it up nicely in this beautiful pearlescent white, sparkles like a white diamond. But from one side to the other, really digging the front end of the business for 2021. Now, when we get up onto the hood, look at what we got. It interlocks nicely. I'm glad they didn't raise it up and put a fake vent or anything like that. Nice and smooth into the top portion of the grille, and then the body lines go almost all the way towards the windshield. And then, of course, you're gonna have your higher peaks that go towards the A-pillars. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with for 2021 on the Denali? So you're looking at this very nice machined aluminum, metallic gray. Loving the look. This is a 22-inch wheel, so 275 on the width, meaty 50 series sidewall, but I think that very clean. Even the way that they took the reflector on the side and integrated it nicely into that fender indentation really shows the aesthetics that they really wanted this to be not only a good performing Yukon, but also the most beautiful. Now, when we go down the side, I like the way GMC puts a tasteful badge. Just says GMC, that's all we need. Some nice decorative trim there. Denali, you're gonna get the chrome badge on the side. Not too high, not too low, just right. Color match mirror caps. This one, of course, is gonna have 360-degree cameras. And then when you open up the door, of course, you have those automatic dropping running boards, which is really nice. Some chrome trim. Love the brushed aluminum roof rails. And then the chrome goes around both the top and the bottom of the side windows, and I like the way they flared it out here for the passenger, but just enough silver and shiny chrome to let you know that you're in a Denali, not just a standard Yukon. Now, as you keep working your way back, the way they took the trim all the way to the back, love the design of the rear corner window, especially the way they took the gloss black aerodynamic into the rear hatch here. And when we get to the back, like I said, underneath, we're talking about independent rear suspension, same kind of C-shaped interlocking design, LED taillights, clean. I'm glad they didn't go all the way across. Keep it just the way it is. Nice low roof spoiler, and if you notice, no wiper. Where's the wiper? They tucked it in underneath. Look how clean it is. There she is hiding there for when that rainy day comes. She's gonna drop down and make everything nice and clear so you can see who's behind you. Chrome trim, GMC badging. You got your Yukon badge, Denali, and then here's one of my favorite parts. As we drop down, quad tip exhausts on the back of this Yukon Denali. I love the way they're staggered. This one comes out just a little bit further than the one on the left. Of course, underneath this plastic cover here, you're gonna have all your towing capability, but really from front to back, they did a bang up job on the styling. Let's pop the hood and see what's powering this particular Yukon Denali. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hydraulic hood struts. When you go Denali, you're going 6.2 liter V8. So it's that same wonderful, naturally aspirated push rod V8, 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. You could pull a tree right out of the ground with all that torque. It's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. The great news is, stay tuned here on Rady's Rides at Dick Norris Buick GMC, because we're gonna bring to you the other engine options. You of course have the 5.3 and also the 3-liter. For the first time, 3-liter inline 6 turbo diesel engine, all made it to a 10-speed automatic. This particular Denali will do 0 to 60 in about 7.1 seconds. It's got a mechanical limited slip differential. It weighs 5,827 pounds. It could tow up to 8,200 pounds. MPGs, not too shabby for a massive vehicle like this. You're looking at 15 in the city, 20 on the highway. I think my favorite part about what's underneath the hood is that you could actually select different engine choices. For me, go big or go home. There's no replacement for displacement. 6.2 liters of fun. But why don't we fire this up and hear what this Yukon sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the 2021 Yukon Denali. Remember, we first saw this here on Rady's Rides at the Chicago Auto Show. It's nice to finally be in this vehicle. And I know a lot of you are like, Joe, we've been waiting for this. How much is this? I've been blowing up your inbox, sending you messages, putting comments in the comment section. For this particular Yukon Denali, the way that it's optioned, you're looking at $79,000. It's an MSRP, $79,750. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, all new, check out the trim. That's real leather at the top of the door panel, real wood trim, very exquisite, very tasteful without going over the top. Some chrome trim, and look at how the trim goes from the bottom of the wood right into the door handle. It's really, really nice how it has a beautiful flow, the stitch work. I'm even liking that crisscross pattern of the contrast stitching on the lighter material for the armrest. Even the brushed aluminum going into that Bose speaker cover. This has the optional Bose sound system. And then check out the side of the door there. 2 pockets. You have up top where you can store your Twinkies, and down below you could put your Jimmy John's footlong down there and a bottle of Coke. I mean, that makes the drive so much better. Now, as you go to the dash, same wonderful material, the stitch work, the wood. Very nice dark stain to it, and I'm glad they didn't put a veneer finish on it. It's nice to just have it bare wood. Soft material is great, and then look at what we have here. When you go Denali, you're actually getting a different placement on the screen. The other lower trims have more of an iPad style. This has a nice integrated over 10-inch infotainment system, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. We could go into navigation. There we are at Dick Norris Buick GMC. I love how just smoothly they brought it into the center stack here. Really nice with the swipe features. Of course, you could go into cameras. We got cameras out the yin-yang, out the front, 360. We could go trailer hitch. You could go if you're towing, which we're not towing right now. We could even go to the side. Look, bling, bling. There's my 22-inch wheels. Like that. Really nice. And then you hit home. It's real easy to use. Climate controls, heated seats, ventilated seats. You could use the screen, or you could use the actual buttons. Now, this is that new system that GMC started using. It's a push-pull system. So what that means is you want to go into drive, you pull. You want to go into neutral, you push. That's a safety feature. I know a lot of people aren't going to love this, but the nice thing is they integrate it very nicely compared to some of the other models like the Arcadia. You have your start-stop button, all this leather. You drop down, guess what? You have your radio controls, only one fake button. That's it. AC controls, dual climate, really nice. Ventilated seats and heated seats. You can get into your rear climate control, very easily for the rear passengers. There's more that wood. I love this trim. I'm telling you right now, they did a heck of a job on this setup. Maybe the gloss black is a little too much, but I'm not even going to zonk it yet. We're not ready there. So open up the first door. You have 12 volt USB and a USB-C wireless charging. Open up door number 2, two cup holders. There is our key fob, tasteful GMC with the nice trim. Flip it around. Of course, you're going to have remote start and everything else that you could do remotely. We close that up and wait, let me close the little door and then close that. Look how nice that is. We get to the armrest. Love the stitching. You got a place for your phone. You open up this and look at this. You got a party tray. Planters, peanuts, party tray. Knock yourself out. Just don't get boiled peanuts. I'm not a big fan of boiled peanuts. You have your Twinkie wiping cloth. So if you need to wipe your Twinkie off, you can wipe that off very nicely. USB, USB-C, and plenty of room for about 4 boxes of Twinkies. No joke. You don't even have to pull your Twinkie out. You know, a lot of times it's a pain to whip your Twinkie out. You don't have to do that with this, which is nice. You just have the boxes, you drop them right in. Close it up. Look at the seats. The piping, the embroidery, this baseball style stitching is great. I love the perforated center. Of course, you're gonna have full electric for the passenger and the driver. And then, remember how we talked about a little bit bigger Yukon? Plenty of room. I'm swimming in space in here, which is really great. We're gonna take a look at Crown Vic. There he is with the Sony. And then there we are with that beautiful digital rear view mirror. They do it so well at GMC. It's super clear, which is great. And then on top of that, of course, you gotta have that panoramic style sunroof. And that is nice. Now, my only zonk is, I wish it went further back for the third row passengers. But other than that, I think we'd both agree they've made some big changes. Come on over to the business end. I want to show you behind the wheel of this GMC Denali. All right, guys, business time in the Yukon Denali. Now, if you notice, you have all your seat controls, really easy to get to. I really like as you drop down this nice Denali badge, letting you know that, hey, you went big on your Yukon, you went all the way. Seating position is great. I got, like I said, plenty of headroom. I'm 6 feet tall. You got a massive head-up display, 15-inch head-up display. Loving the soft leather on the steering wheel. Now, my zonk is it's the same steering wheel. I wish they would have done something just a little bit nicer on the horn button. Maybe some stitching, maybe some leather, but I do like the way they put the grill shape on the horn button with your Denali badge there. Everything is flat black. And then I guess the other zonk is the dash. They did not go full digital, at least on the Denali. But the good news is that center display, super clear graphics. I love having all the gauges across the top. And if you notice, look at how they shape the tachometer and the speedometer. It has those angle cuts. But why don't we go ahead? We talked about how great it is up here. I'm ready to see what that mid-row is all about because I think your passengers are going to love you just a little bit more because you picked up one of these Denalis. All right, guys, mid-row time in the Denali, and you know what? Your mid-row passengers are gonna just like freaking buy you the best Christmas gift, best birthday gift, because sitting back here is really, really nice. Now, you're gonna have the 2 captain's chairs. Armrest is on the thicker side, so I'm happy to report that. Of course, they recline, and they also are going, so here's your sliding action. Look at that, nice, huh? You don't even have to bend over to slide. And then, let me close this door real quick, so we could be nice, keep it personal, just between you and I. And then, of course, if we're gonna lay back, I want that door closed. So it's nice back here just to chill. You have your AC vents placed nicely up top. I do like that. And then when we look at the command center here, you have heated seats, but no ventilated seats. That's a zonk. Why can't they give us ventilated seats in an $80,000 Yukon Denali? You do have tons of connectivity though. USB-Cs, USBs, and a home power source, 2 pockets. So if your passenger is bored and they need to talk to somebody, put a mirror in there and say, hey, talk to yourself. But they shouldn't be bored because guess what? You have the largest rear entertainment system on this vehicle, 12.6-inch screens for both passengers. And here's the cool thing. They could actually get into the navigation this way and be the ultimate in the backseat driver telling you where they want to go. That's technology in this new 2021 Yukon. But let's get to the big missing mystery piece of this puzzle. Let's see what it's like in the 3rd row now that we have an independent rear suspension in our 2021 Yukon. All right, guys, here it is, that big moment we've all been waiting for. What's nice is I love the way GMC has a nice little toggle switch here. We just fold that seat down, hit it again, and then watch this. Look at that, right out of the way. Welcome to your new Yukon Denali. It's nice to have the running board as a starting step. And then check this out. 6 feet tall, Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm comfortable in the 3rd row of a Yukon. You're not doing that in a 2020 or any older. This is only possible here. And I'll put my legs here. You can see there's still tons of space. Really, really nice setup. You got rear AC. I guess the only zonk for the people back here is they don't get any panoramic sunroof. But they do get 2 cup holders. Well, 1 cup holder and a snack holder, so you can put some Skittles in there. Let them taste the rainbow. They may not be able to see the rainbow, but they could taste it. And then both are getting USB-Cs. So you don't have to go down to Radio Shack and get a long USB cord and make it go all the way to the front. You could get it right in here. Now, the one thing that this particular one does not have, but we're gonna bring it to Rady's Rides, it does not have the optional sliding center console there. That is something new on the Yukon. It actually slides 10 inches back so you could free up space and whatnot. But when we're talking about space back here, I got plenty of room in the back seat of this Denali. Let's go ahead, check out the cargo room and see what 2021 is bringing to the table. All right, guys, cargo time. We hit the button, lifts up nicely. What's great is it's a pretty good speed. Now, look at this. With the 3rd row up, look at the space that you have. A lot of that has to do with a little bit larger size, that independent rear suspension. So with that 3rd row up, you're looking at 25.5 cubic feet of space. You put the 3rd row down, you're now looking at 72 cubic feet of space. You put all the rows down, you're looking at 122.9 cubic feet of space. And remember, this has the Bose sound system with, believe it or not, 14 speakers. Now, to get these seats to go down, really, really easy. We're just gonna hit both sides there, and then now we're gonna push here. Look how fast it is. I already folded down the mid row. Very quick for an electric seat. Sometimes we're back here and we're waiting forever. You do have a home power source, so this is gonna be the ultimate tailgating, camping, going to the beach accessory plug-in at the back. And then on top of that, you're now looking at some storage space underneath. So that's a really, really nice setup as well. Now, obviously, this mid-row did not go down all the way just because of, there we go. So just to prove how nice and flat that is, think about it. You want that 120-inch flat screen TV from Costco and a big bottle of mayonnaise? You could fit it both back here. How awesome is that? And then the last thing I want to touch on before we take this new Yukon for a drive is that you still have that one feature that you don't see a whole lot. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit the button right here, and then now you could just pull up the rear glass. That's smart, because if I'm going shopping, I may just wanna put the bags in, or if I'm at a soccer game or something, grab your stuff real quick and then you're ready to rock and roll. But if you're ready to rock and roll, I got the guitar, hopefully you got the drums. We just need some bass. Let's go ahead and take this Yukon for a spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Dick Norris Buick GMC. We are in, this is exciting, the 2021 Denali, that Yukon Denali. Right away, I'm loving how this thing drives, even more so than the outgoing generation. Visibility out over that massive hood is super clear, and I'm telling you, the fine touches everywhere have just elevated it to a new level. The biggest thing being the infotainment system. I now feel that the Yukon Denali has the proper infotainment system, and I'm not really into like wood trim in my vehicles, but it's looking very, very tasteful in this particular model. Now, looking out the back, super clear. I actually have the digital rearview mirror on, and you can see it's like watching a movie. I feel like I'm watching a driving movie. But panoramic sunroof, the side mirrors work great. Of course, you're gonna get the whole suite of safety features, including you could option adaptive cruise control for these new Yukons. Steering wheel has a wonderful touch. I can't wait to take this over some real bumps to feel that, how that independent rear suspension comes into play. But brakes feel good. And I think the best part of this is that even though it's a little bit larger, it doesn't feel like a supersized SUV. But let's do a little bit of an on throttle. On throttle, 10-speed drops down and we are off. Nice, fast shifts, very, very smooth. get you moving very quickly. And that's what I like about the 10-speed in these vehicles. The head-up display, that 15-inch head-up display, is absolutely massive. And the great news is you can move it. I like the way you could raise and lower it very, very easily, and it gives you lots of great information, which is awesome as well. I think the biggest takeaway is that the mid-row does not have ventilated seats. That just blows my mind at $80,000, because we could look at a $42,000 Telluride and they do have ventilated seats. So that to me is a little bit of a shocker. Also, I would have liked to have seen an extra set of air vents, AC vents, for the mid-row passengers in the actual frame on the side there, along with up top. I think that would just help with overall cooling of the vehicle. But other than that, this thing really, they did a bang-up job. Plenty of storage space for all of your Twinkies and every other snack you could think of. I mean, you could go and get a supersized bag of Lay's chips and just have a party all by yourself in here. And sometimes, you know, it's good to party by yourself. You know, make yourself happy. Don't depend on other people making you happy. That's the tip of the day from Rady's Rides. But let's see how lane changing goes on throttle. Here we go. Super smooth. Nice feedback from the steering wheel. It doesn't feel floaty, which is nice. You know, sometimes in some of these larger SUVs, you kind of can move the steering wheel almost 180 degrees both ways and you still go straight. With this, it's got a nice feel to it, and I like that. We're coming up to some ripped up section here on the Rady's Rides route, and we're really gonna see that independent suspension come into play. So there's some bumps right there, soaked them up very, very nicely. We're gonna pass this vehicle, and then here we go. Shake them and bake them. Look at that, soaks them right up. Back on throttle, uphill, here we go. Very nice, super smooth. I'm telling you, the handling of this is gonna surprise you. It really, really is. Overall, just a nice, clean setup in this Yukon. But I'm glad that we were able to bring this to you and bring it to you first here on Rady's Rides. Hopefully this answered a lot of your questions, but we will be bringing more of the new 2021 Yukon, other trims, and of course the XL, the extended long version of this. But we're gonna wrap this up, get back to Dick Norris Buick GMC, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been one heck of a day here at Dick Norris Buick GMC. Definitely got to thank Melvin, Adam, and the rest of the crew for getting us access right off the truck. This truck came off the truck, this 2021 Yukon Denali. Is this the king of full-size SUVs? I really think it's bringing a power pack punch, lots of new amenities, lots of new design, and of course, like we pointed out, that independent rear suspension. But if it's big, full-size 3-row SUVs that you want to keep seeing on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. Got to give it up to Crown Vic. He's out here manning that camera. He's got his crown on. He isn't taking anything from anybody. So thank you, Vic, for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.